Expected, ladies and gentlemen, but they have done it. And Bret Hart unable to get back up. I don't know what on earth Elizabeth did, but that shooting star press, the knees hit the back of Bret Hart. He had a hard time getting right back up, and then I believe Elizabeth was going for that double stomp, the coup de grace, a la Finn Balor to Bret Hart, but something happened along the way. He got knocked down. The referee was making the count. Bret would not get back up. Eliza gets right back into the ring. The match is over, and it could have been a double count out. It could have been anything, but it had to have Elizabeth securing another victory. Bret Hart and Brandon Wolf losing this matchup here. I am not fucking happy, ladies and gentlemen. I am fucking furious. These two, and unfortunately, no consequences can happen to these guys because that other match was over. They played us. They fooled us here on Championship Wrestling. Not very happy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not very pleased with this. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the show is over. We're going to now our FPW news update segment. So thank you very much for tuning in to this portion of FPW Championship Wrestling. Please stay tuned for the news at 6 o'clock. Hello, wrestling fans. Johnny Labaganoush here to present to you the FPW News Update! First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, here at FPW Fantasy Pro Wrestling, anything can happen in this business. Injuries can take place, people can get fired, people can get hired within an instant. You know, we have a tough enough league. We call it New Class. And we've been doing that since over the last 6 years or so. This year is a very special and very unique class because we are dealing with stars we've never even seen before, and we're also going to be dealing with stars that are making their way into this company through a different generation. My generation, to be exact. As an example, Buzz Burnov is the first boss battle in Double Dragon 2. Then we have Little Mac from Punch-Out, from the Punch-Out franchise, from the Punch-Out franchise. Gee, what a tongue twister that was, eh? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, my main focus at this very moment here, a part of the New Class 2016-17, is the power and speed couple of Colin Berry and Eliza Beth. What we have just seen momentarily, ladies and gentlemen, is by far the most sneaky, most underbelling thing you could ever do in this company. What we had witnessed was Colin Berry coming down from the ring and honestly and visually distracting both Bret Hart and Brandon Wolf in their one-on-one rematch that happened over 2 weeks ago. Colin Berry had no business being down there, but at the same time, fans, if you think about it, and if you're following Fantasy Pro Wrestling on a routine basis, especially here in Championship Wrestling, you would know that that Colin Berry and his girlfriend Eliza Beth are trying to taunt Brandon Wolf, the Universal Champion, because on the 16th of October, Sunday the 16th, it's going to be Death Row. And the main event of that match is going to be for the Universal Championship title, Brandon Wolf, Eliza Beth. Eliza Beth holds an undefeated streak. Brandon Wolf holds an undefeated streak, and he's a champion. But then so is Eliza Beth. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, Colin Berry coming out here, not even touching anybody. Not Bret Hart, not Brandon Wolf, not even Sky Stanley, our senior official here in Fantasy Pro Wrestling. What does he do? He waits till the clock strikes 0, the bell sounds, and then he attacks the referee. A new match starts with Eliza Beth. It's pretty crazy, pretty elaborate, and made short work of a Canadian legend like Bret Hart and a future legend in fantasy pro wrestling, Brandon Wolf. On behalf of the Championship Committee, I demand that we have a rematch, and at this time an official, full-fledged, scheduled match. We must have those two teams go back again. Brandon Wolf, Bret Hart, Colin Berry, Elizabeth. Those two teams must juke it out once and for all. No time limit, no disqualification, no counter. I demand this match should happen at the next week's Championship Wrestling. So, newsflash, committee, that match must be made. Also, ladies and gentlemen, as I had mentioned at the start of this newscast, injuries. Injuries can happen at any moment, any match, by anybody. What we have seen earlier this evening, fans, was a huge, brutal beatdown by Twiggy and Decay Wyatt. Most of the match was all Decay Wyatt. In fact, 95%, 98% of the match went towards Decay Wyatt. Twiggy had like maybe a few punches, a few kicks here and there, but not much happened with Twiggy. The knee of Twiggy is damaged. He got carried out by EMTs. Doctors are checking up on him. And I wouldn't even be a bit surprised if he was actually sharing the same room with Junior. They're going to probably talk about fighting back like 7 next summer or something like that. But it is official, though, ladies and gentlemen, that Twiggy unfortunately is in the IR list. Both Junior and Twiggy have been hospitalized courtesy of the leader of brothers, Decay Wyatt. Injuries can happen, fans, not based off of storyline. In this case here, Decay Wyatt is absolutely unstable. He is the lunatic fringe of lunatic fringes. He is the loose cannon of loose cannons. Decay Wyatt is absolutely out of control. I mean, I don't even know what's more crazy. Bray Wyatt? The Ultimate Warrior? Damien Demento? Who the hell knows Damien Demento nowadays? Anyway. Papa Shango? Fuck! Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, these things do happen here in our great, great sport of ours, and I want you to all know that these wrestlers will be back eventually. We just don't know when. Oh, and kudos to the team of Jesse the Hand Baudouin and the Sexy Hamburger McLovin, or McLaving. They have officially secured a clean victory over Shane Eaton McKay and Robert English, collectively known as that British Invasion. That means that they will have a chance to compete for the FPW Tornado Tag Team Championships in tables, ladders, and chairs. Sunday, October 16th, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be a huge, monumental night for not only the veterans and the pros here at FPW, but the newbies, the up-and-comers, especially in the Gauntlet for the Gold. Colin Berry is featured in that matchup, ladies and gentlemen, and there will be a deciding factor as to who comes in first and who comes in dead last. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have, folks, for FPW news updates. If you have any concerns, if you have any questions that you have, I'm telling you right now, this is the 3rd week now I'm saying this, post your comments right in that message box right there on YouTube and in the Video Game Wrestling Network Facebook page. I really, really want your feedback. Anybody at all. I don't care who it is. I want to hear news. I want to hear some feedback. I am John Navagadoosh, the host and the voice of Fantasy Pro Wrestling and No Mercy Hardcore Wrestling, suffering from a cold but beating a cold, telling you all, reminding you all to have your pets spayed or neutered. Above all else, have your parents spayed or neutered. Happy Thanksgiving from my family to yours.